We have a very unfair compact impact battle today. Stick around, we'll be right back. I'm Tim Johnson. You're watching Shop Tool Reviews. All right, ever since DeWalt released the new DCF901, that's all I've heard is, I want to see the 901 and how does it compare to the M12 Stubby? Well, guess what? Today we're going to find out. So we reviewed this just the other day. We'll have a link in the description for that. We figured we'd throw in the Snap-On Mid-Torque CT9010 as well, just to see how it compares to these two smaller 12-volt tools. This is an 18-volt tool, and it's the CT9010 that came out, I believe, in December of 2020. We have a review on that as well. And of course, we've reviewed the M12 Stubby way back. I think this tool is way over 2 years old, maybe getting close to 3 years old. But anyway, let's see how they stack up. We'll look at the features, a few of them. We're not going to dig real deep into the individual features of each of these because we've independently reviewed all of them. Then we're going to jump straight over to the test bench, actually test these things head to head. Then we'll come back, talk about pricing, we'll talk about warranty and kind of what we thought of it, what the performance details were. Let's get to it. Okay, so here we are. You've asked for this since this little DeWalt came out a few months ago, which is the DCF901, 901B for the bare tool. So here's what we have. We have the DeWalt DCF901B. This is the newest tool, came out, I believe, June, July sometime. Then the next newest contender is the Snap-On CT9010, which this is an 18-volt tool. Not sure why it's in this fight, but why not? Then we have the oldest competitor. This guy is, I don't know, 2.5 years old probably. I know it's over 2 years old. This is the 2555, otherwise known as the M12 Fuel Stubby. Now this little guy is the one who created the buzz for these small frame killers, if you will. We first got the mid-torque, and several companies made the mid-torques, and then Milwaukee put out the Stubby, and everybody realized, you know what, you stuff a bigger battery in this Stubby, and this thing comes alive. DeWalt followed up and made theirs, and Snap-on tried to make something that would contend with this kind of mid-range, compact range. Really, these are compact. This is mid-range, but still, I think it's going to be a battle for all three of these. So let's throw these together. You've been asking for it, but let's first talk about these a little bit. One thing, the Milwaukee has several different modes here. So it has 1, 2, and 3 as far as power modes, and then it has the auto removal mode. And by the way, we have already reviewed independently each one of these machines, so I'm not going to go real in depth on each one of the features. You can go back and look at the reviews. I'll have those in the description if you want to see independently each one of these tools. So the Milwaukee M12, let's talk about that. That's the oldest contender here. Again, it's the 2555, so it's the half-inch anvil. RPMs is 2,700, impacts per minute is 3,200, have a variable speed trigger, and their advertised bolt removal or loosening torque or nut-busting torque, whatever you want to call that, is 250 foot-pounds. Brushless motor, all these are brushless motors, by the way. And we're powering this with the 6.0 XC M12 12-volt battery. Next up, the DeWalt DCF901B for bare tool, so that would be without the battery, or you can get it in a kit as well. Again, brushless motor, as we talked about, half-inch anvil, which you can also get this in a 3/8. You can also get the Milwaukee in a 3/8. And this guy's powered by the DeWalt 12-volt, a 5 amp hour 12-volt battery. This is part of the XTREME series that DeWalt is newly releasing, their XTREME series of 12-volt tools that are basically supposed to have the power of the 18 and 20-volt tools, and they're proving to do so. Now, RPMs on this guy is 2,700 RPMs, or no, I'm sorry, 2,850 RPMs and 3,250 impacts per minute, and advertised at 400 foot-pounds of bolt removal torque. Now let's go to the Snap-on. It is an 18-volt tool. It only comes in a 3/8 anvil, so model number on this is the CT9010. Came out, I believe, in December of 2020, if I'm not mistaken. And it's got several different modes. It's got 3 forward modes and 3 reverse modes. So that's one thing cool about it, is you can for reverse set speeds on it, and then for forward set speeds on it as well, or power modes, and that's 1 to 3. Variable speed trigger as well as brushless motor. RPMs are way down compared to these two, so We had 2,700 here, 2,850 here. RPMs on the Snap-on is only 1,840, so not even 2,000 RPM. So 1,840 on the RPMs and 3,500 for the impacts per minute. And the advertised rating for bolt removal torque is 325. So these guys are pretty similar in advertised torque, I guess. So 250 here, 400 here, 325 here. So let's see how well they do. But first, let's weigh these and measure these. And as you can see already, obviously the shortest one is the Milwaukee, but let's get some readings on it. So the Milwaukee with the 6 amp hour battery is right at 9 inches tall. The DeWalt is right at 9.5, 9.75 inches tall. And the Snap-on is right at 10 inches tall. Now, as far as length goes, from tip to tail, if you will, is what I like to measure. And we can see here is 4.9 inches, 4.93 inches, so a little less than 5. And on the DeWalt, a little longer here at 5.28 inches, so a little more than 5.25. And then on the Snap-on, we're looking at longer than 6 inches, so let's go right at 6.75 inches for the Snap-on. Now let's get a weight on these as well. We're going to weigh them with the batteries here. And by the way, the Snap-on comes with a 5 amp hour battery. That's the only one it's kitted with. So pounds and ounces, 4 pounds, 14.5 ounces, so a little more than 4.75 pounds. The DeWalt, 3 pounds, 4 ounces, so quite a bit lighter. And by the way, they also have a 2 amp hour battery you can use with this as well. Brings the power down a little. And then the 6 amp hour battery with the M12 is 3 pounds and a half ounce. So right at 3 pounds all in. And what was this? 3 pounds, 4 ounces. And way up there is 4 pounds and 14. So about 1.5 pounds, 1.75 pounds heavier on the Snap-on. We're going to run these tests head to head. So we're going to start by torquing these first 3 fasteners to 250 foot-pounds and these 3 to 300 foot-pounds. We'll use each impact wrench to loosen each one, and then we'll roll on to the next set and then continue to go up, coming back to these 2 sets of 3 and raising the values on that till they all are not able to loosen the fastener. So we're starting at 250 foot-pounds. Okay, we're going to start with the oldest tool, which is the Milwaukee M12 Stubby at 250 foot-pounds. Here we go. No problem at all. Next, we're going to go with the Snap-on. Now, when I put this socket on here, let me explain. They do not make a socket. Yes, I could get one custom ordered. I'm not bothering with it. They don't make a 33 millimeter socket with a 3/8 drive. So I have an adapter that's welded onto this 33 millimeter. So please, no Snap-on tears, please, please, please. Anyway, so 250 foot-pounds. We're in reverse, and max speed, max power, and we have a full battery. So here we are, 250 foot-pounds. Okay, broke that free. Now, the DeWalt. Oops, had that on Titan. I might have to retorque this. No problem. So we got that at 250 foot-pounds. All 3 are going through. Let's move on to 300. Okay, so 300 foot-pounds for the Milwaukee. Not a problem. 300 foot-pounds for the Snap-on. Could not do the 300 foot-pounds, and typically I give it 10 seconds. I gave it 13 seconds. It's still not budging. I was watching my painting mark. It's still lined up dead with where it started from. So for all of you who are going to whine and cry about the fact that this is a different size drive, I'm going to do something. So I'm going to bring in the M12 Stubby in a 3/8 drive, running the same socket as we had on the Snap-on, and we're going to back this off. So 300 foot-pounds, only a 4 amp hour battery, full charge, in reverse. Here we go. No problem. So if you're going to say, well, you know what, the Snap-on was already breaking it free, that's fine. So now we're retorqued to 300 foot-pounds. The Milwaukee M12 Stubby 3/8 drive. And I had it on Titan. The Milwaukee 3/8, 300 foot-pounds. There we have it. So it's not the socket, the Snap-on just cannot break free 300 foot-pounds. So let's all agree that the M12 and the DeWalt can do it, the Snap-on cannot, so the Snap-on is out at 300 foot-pounds. Now let's go to the DeWalt for 300 foot-pounds. Here we go at 300. No problem at all. So 300 foot-pounds we've encountered. Now we're going to go back and start at 350 and do just these two tools. Okay, so now we're going to start at 350 foot-pounds. We have these two at 350. Then we have these two at 400 and these two at 450. We're not using this one right here, so you'll see me skip over those. But again, 350, 400, and 450. So 350 foot-pounds for the M12. No problem. Milwaukee, DeWalt, 350 foot-pounds. No problem. 400 foot-pounds for the Milwaukee. Got it. 400 foot-pounds for the DeWalt. Got that. Getting a little tougher for both of them. So 450 for the M12. So definitely took the full 10 seconds to start breaking it free, but once it starts moving, I'll always give it a chance to finish it. So as long as it starts breaking it free, within 10 seconds, I let it go. So 450 foot-pounds, now for the DeWalt at 450. And these guys are neck and neck with this. They're both taking their just about the full 10 seconds to start budging that fastener loose. I'm going to go back down here to the front side and we'll go to 500 foot-pounds and see if either one will do that. 500 foot-pounds. Okay, so these two are torqued to 500 foot-pounds. We've still got a full charge on the 6.0 battery. Here we go with the Milwaukee. Gonna give it 10 seconds. Did not do it. Still a full charge on the DeWalt. That would not do it either. So 10 seconds on both of these. Both of them stuck at 450 foot-pounds. Neither one of them would break 3,500. So I would call that neck and neck for the Milwaukee Stubby and the 901. Now again, this is, I believe, 2.5 years old now. This is a brand new tool. Not that that actually matters much. The sad point is the Snap-On again proves that it's not a winner when it comes to either compact or a mid-torque battle. Okay, that was very interesting. We did not intend for these two to finish head-to-head. We fully expected the Snap-On to drop out quite early. And please, please, please do not argue about this 3/8 anvil on this tool. I hope that by showing you the M12 Stubby 3/8 breaking that free, that kind of settles that argument, because these Snap-On tiers are just getting hard to handle, really and truly. And by the way, everybody says, oh, you're so harsh on Snap-On, you hate Snap-On. I don't hate Snap-On. I don't like that Snap-On released a tool like this brand new that can't compete with even these compact and that are twice as much money, which, by the way, let's talk about pricing. Nope, let's not talk about pricing yet. Let's talk about how they finished. So we know Snap-On was last. Head-to-head, the M12 Stubby and the DCF901. Can't help you there. You know what? 450 foot-pounds. I think when we reviewed this independently that we broke free 500 foot-pounds. I don't know if it's the age of the tool, or I don't know if the weather had something to do with it. Who knows? Maybe had more grease on it then. I don't know, but I'm just showing you, being honest, that at 450 foot-pounds, both of these broke those free, but at 500 foot-pounds, neither one of them could do it. So I don't know what to tell you there, but they finished head-to-head. So I have no winner there performance-wise. Pricing-wise, you look at the DeWalt, it sells for $149 as a bare tool. The Milwaukee sells for $179 as a bare tool. And the Snap-On CT9010 as a bare tool sells for $365. Now, I will tell you this. You can buy a kit of either one of these at $365 with 2 batteries and a charger. If you step up to a Snap-On CT9010 in a kit with 2 batteries and a charger, you're going to be in the $800 range. Now, maybe you can find it on sale for $750. I don't know. I'm just saying that you're well into double the price for this, whether you're looking at bare tool or as a kit, and you're looking at only a 2-year warranty. And what, half the power, 60% of the power of these two guys. And by the way, you can get both these in 3/8 or 1/2-inch drive. You can only get the Snap-On in a 3/8 drive. Now, the warranty for the Milwaukee is a 5-year warranty, and the warranty for the DeWalt is a 3-year warranty. Also add to it the DeWalt and the Milwaukee. You choose where you want to buy these. You can buy them at the box stores, you can buy them online, various other places you can get them. The Snap-On, you either buy it from the Snap-On store or you buy it from your local truck dealer that's driving around and supporting you. I'm not going to argue that. Hey, I think those Snap-On truck guys are great guys. They do great with service work. I'm just more frustrated at Snap-On for releasing such a sub-performance tool for the money. Hand tools, I think Snap-On does a jam-up job, and a lot of their 14 4-volt tools with the rocker switches and such, some really cool tools. But for this one, they just did not hit the mark whatsoever, and they're charging way too much money for it. Hey, check out the DCF901 from DeWalt and the Milwaukee M12 Stubby, or the 2555 as well. Also, keep track of us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. If you don't mind, would you hit that like and subscribe button, but only if you liked our video. If you didn't like our video, by all means, give us a thumbs down. But would you let us know in the comments why? Have a great day and keep smiling.